right, thanks to you for watching, and happy new year to you, and our first live of the new year, our first weekend of the new year. And we have some snow, we have some ice, radar showing a little bit right now. We're going to go over the forecast first because we have 2 rounds of weather making its way through. Again, icy roads have been reported already, and I want to thank each and every one of you as well. Now we're going to talk just a little bit more about our forecast facts here right off the bat. We'll get to everything you need to know: where the ice is going to be, where the snow is going to be, how much are we talking about, because Sunday could bring areas of difficult travel across the region, particularly in northern Minnesota, eastern Minnesota. We'll get to all of that. Bring your questions, but first, a word of gratitude for each and every one of you. Whether you're watching now live or you're watching the tape, you can drop in the comment whether you're watching live now, or if you're watching it a little later, that's okay too, because guess what? Hutch looks at it. But thank you very, very much to all of you who have supported me with stars on my platform on Facebook and right up here on my YouTube channel going live right now. And so many of you have shared gifts as well there. And a special word of thanks to those who have found my website and the Venmo. You know, those contributions to Hutch's moving forward has built what we have now, the website and everything. So I'm going to say very much thank you to Robin, to Darren, to Chrissy, Elena, Mindy, and Cody. Those individuals, thank you very much. To all of you right now sending stars my way, thank you very much. And to each and every one of you, the first month of Hutch's swag shop. We call it Hutch's shop. The gear is available on the website and online as well. So thanks to all of you. Let's get started with a look at what is going on. And we're going to start with a regional and national view of the forecast. Look what's going on the West Coast. Big time flooding and big time snow in the Sierra Nevada expected to take place this weekend. Heard from some folks traveling to the state of California. Which way to go? Well, there's only a couple places over that Sierra Nevada pass that are friendly to get to from here on the old driving roads. And that's going to be hit pretty hard, particularly Saturday and into Sunday with some snow. Meanwhile, in the northern plains, we got a batch of snow tonight, and then a bigger system that promises to bring some icing to the areas of North Dakota and then snow to parts of Minnesota as well. And we've already got some icing problems out there. Let's zoom in just a little bit closer now to the northern plains and show you the model. And I'm going to slow this puppy down here so we can show you the timing of the storm. Now, right now, as we head into the evening hours, it's showing some snow moving through parts of northern Minnesota. And I got to thank my friend Jim. Jim, thank you for the report up there, not far from Starkweather, north in the Devil's Lake Basin. I was just out there in Rolla, and I'm telling you what, the snow out there is very light, very fluffy, and a lot fell in Rolla as we went through the holiday. By a lot, I mean a solid 3 inches of fluffy, flyable flakes. When the wind hits, and if it gets real windy at all, it's going to drift, it's going to blow around and cause visibility issues. But as we go through the nighttime hours, a batch of light snow potential will be making its way through the region. Now, moving this forward in time through the midnight hour and beyond, look what goes on here. Southwestern Minnesota, a little more intensity to the activity going on there and along the Iowa border. We're talking about some mixed precipitous precipitation, freezing rain, freezing drizzle, and a little bit of snow to boot with it. Now, when this energy makes its way into southern Minnesota, I do believe it'll increase the chances for some light snow across northern Minnesota. So the best chance of snow will likely be from the northern Red River Valley into northern Minnesota between 1 a.m. and daybreak. And that's where we'll have some Saturday morning slippery nonsense out there on your area traveling roads. Now, we could have a flurry or two in Fargo, but I think it's going to be broom worthy, folks. You're not going to need a shovel in a lot of places and in a lot of cases. Thanks for watching. I see y'all popping in with questions. Thanks so very much. So that's one look. Now, I do want to point this out. There's more coming. This is just Saturday. And I do want to point out, look what's going on in the mountains of western Montana. So for my viewers in eastern Montana, thank you, Charlotte, for your report out there, not far from Brockton, Montana. And there is some amazing frost that's on area fences. But guess what? That's likely being caused by freezing fog. Do you know what freezing fog is? Fog with water droplets drifting around freeze instantly on frozen things like roads, decks, sidewalks, your car's windshield, you name it. Driving through freezing fog can be quite treacherous if the temperatures are just right, and they are. We'll go over the current conditions, but as we go from our time on Saturday night into the Sunday, we're going to have another round of weather working its way out of Montana and across into parts of, there you go, eastern Montana, Brandon, Manitoba. Look at Regina. The pink there, that is the icing potential. Rain, heavy rain, making its way through places like Lewistown, on its way towards Terry and Circle, and on through the Glasgow area. So Highway 2 could be a slippery nonsense mess as you rise and shine on your Sunday morning out there. And this system is just really getting rolling through. Notice how it's taking more of a northerly bend. We're going to see some sleet. We're going to see some snow and freezing rain from Estevan straight through to Winkler, the Highway 1 corridor there in Canada, all the way from Regina through Brandon and into Winnipeg. And look at this. Minnesota could see a little bit of this as well. Now, there are other models that'll take this system out in time a little bit further. I expect things to blossom snow-wise across central and eastern Minnesota as we go through. So that is a look at the hour-by-hour forecast region-wide. So we're going to have some impacts tonight in the north. As we time this out once again for you, the best chance will be in the early morning hours, wee hours of the morning, Northern Valley into northern Minnesota. Some accumulation. I'll show you exactly how much here in a bit. Then as we head into Sunday, whoop, look out. Rain, freezing rain, and more snow begins to develop through the midday hour. And that is what we have. So now let's take a look at what's going on again with what is what I want you to do is stay informed. So one way you can do that is obviously on Hutch's brand spanking new weather app. So we're going to take just a minute. For those of you who have not downloaded it yet, please consider downloading it, because I have worked to build a resource for you, one-stop shopping, if you will, for all your weather and travel needs here in the upper Midwest. So search Hutch's Weather in the App Store today, Hutch's Weather in the App Store, and you'll find the details there. Let's take a look now. If you go ahead and click on Hutch's Weather or install it, two things. Let it follow you even when you're not using the app. That means if your phone just is sitting around here and you're driving on the road, and let's say you drive into Wisconsin and there's a winter storm warning you didn't know about, you will if you let Hutch's Weather app tell you the details. So all you need to do is click on Hutch's Weather app up top. It'll open up. The radar will be there. Again, allow it to track your location to all locations. I say leave all alerts on. So even if you're traveling to Florida and there's some kind of a tropical advisory going on, you're going to hear about all of that stuff. Now, on the weather app, here's your road report page brought to you by my friends at OK Tire. You click on that, and any province here in the upper Midwest, so we're talking about Saskatchewan, we're talking about Manitoba, you can get your road conditions there. And from Montana all the way out to Wisconsin, down to Colorado, the Dakotas, we got you covered right here. And it's a great resource for your hour-by-hour forecast for your hometown as well. Now, when you do get to the weather app, thank you very much. I do want to share this. And see the triple dots right up in the corner here? Click that and share it with a friend, would you? That really does help Hutch's Weather app get out to more people, and brag about the usefulnesses of it and why you like it. Drop it in the comments here, and people that are thinking about it can share it. So share it with family, share it with friends. And even if they don't live in the area, it is a useful tool, but particularly in the Northern Plains and the upper Midwest, this is the app made for you because it came from requests by you. So thanks so much to all of you for your requests over the years. You can get the latest on weather alerts. When you click on that map, it'll tell us if there's any watches, warnings, or advisories in our map area. Oh, look at that. Traveling down towards parts of Nebraska, it looks like a winter weather advisory is in effect. Why? Well, it looks like that winter weather advisory is in effect until 9 o'clock this evening for mixed precipitation and nonsense on area roads. That's Hutch's Weather app. Now let's talk a little bit more about what's going on with our forecast. So as we go ahead and take a look, I want to now time things out for Sunday because we got more coming our way. Saturday freezing rain, Sunday freezing rain, and again, a chance for some snow as well. Let's get into the details on that. We'll take this model here, and we're going to go grab one that I like that's been doing a little bit better job. Again, we're seeing the radar right now start to show some signs of some flakiness out there, but I just don't think that's what's actually evolving out there. So I'm going to grab a model that's going to show just very light precipitation through the night tonight up north, sliding into Minnesota, becoming a little heavier possibly along the international border as we go towards morning. Now, pushing this into Saturday night, cold high pressure moves in. It'll be another cool day, but beginning on Sunday, we start to warm things up. South winds, that's what causes the growing pains. We're going to get clouds, we're going to get fog, we're going to get freezing fog, freezing drizzle as we go from Sunday into the afternoon. So at the midday hour, areas of freezing drizzle across North Dakota will be possible. We're on the warmer side of this system. Here we have the ice and the cold moving through Minnesota, and look at that, snow beginning near the Red River Valley counties and pushing off to the east. The dark blue tells us that some areas could see briefly heavier snowfall amounts. So the snowfall Sunday from noon on could be significant, particularly as we go into parts of eastern Minnesota. So draw a line down the central part of the state. That's where you'll have the better chance at seeing some serious nonsense on area roads. So how much are we talking about over here? You want to talk about weather forecasts? Let's get to it. Thank you for, bearing with me as we go over the setup that we have today. In the morning, look at these temperatures above zero for most areas. And now as we go out to the east, we'll have a little bit of that snow chance. Not everyone in this area will see some snow. The best chance of accumulation will be for you from War Road through Badette through, how about the Rainy Lake area and southward down towards Walker and, how about 10 Strike? There might be 10 flakes or more in 10 Strike, so a little dash of some snowfall for you folks. Thanks for the stars. I appreciate it, Kim. You all are the best. Skronk Jappelson. Hey, that's a cool name. Says, we need to see you shred again soon. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got to shred some cheese because I'm hankering for some cheesy lutefisk. Just kidding. I jest. Let's move on to the snow forecast. This is Saturday. So by morning time and mid-morning, there'll be the best chance at a little bit of light accumulation up to an inch in and around Lake of the Woods is my feeling. The rest of us, a trace, broom-worthy snow, maybe a couple places up to a half of an inch, and the best chance of that will be along the international border. Thank you very much. Whoa, Vicky has a testimony. Read it right now, but thank you. You used it on a trip out to California, the weather app that is. Thank you for your testimony. I hope everybody gets a chance to see it and share it. Saturday, dose of morning snow, some slippery roads up north, a little bit of light accumulation, warming up big time in eastern Montana, down here near Baker, Ekalaka, and everybody's favorite, Ismay. We're talking 50s. Get up to Glendive, 30. Big time temperature transition by the time we get to Plentywood, Freud, Brockton, all you folks out there in Wolf Point and Glasgow. How about teens and 20s? Single digits will be the rule up in northern parts of North Dakota where that fresh, thick, fluffy, flaky snow is. High pressure means north winds, and that will keep us a little cooler in our area. We'll have south winds out here in parts of Montana and the Black Hills of western South Dakota and the Badlands, and they bad. They really bad. Okay, now, heading into your Sunday, we'll have that chance in the midday hour at seeing some icing move through. I've got a splotch drawn right across Interstate 94 because there'll be a chance for some freezing fog and some freezing drizzle working its way through. The exact location is yet to be determined, but I'm going to say eastern North Dakota has a decent chance into parts of Minnesota where that band of warmer air punches in. That pink over Glencoe on Sunday, let's back up and show you. There you go. We do have a little bit of a chance for some freezing drizzle. This is Sunday as we go through the midday hour for you, but it'll be in the morning hour in North Dakota. Remember the timing. Thanks for the question, BA. So there will be a chance for some light, slippery nonsense in the morning hours. And then remember how the snow takes hold afternoon and evening from the valley off into Minnesota with the more appreciable snowfall central to eastern Minnesota. How much snow, Hutch? I got a hunch. Hutch's hunch is this. First of all, thanks for watching. Not much in the way of snow. This is Sunday only. So as we go from late Saturday night and into Sunday, as that system ties into some moisture and that energy moves up from the south, the best chance at accumulating snow, there could be some ice down south in southern Minnesota. I've got the old pink line on here. Woo! That's not good. That's a lot of snow. Notice Fargo, and we get our broom out again. And it maybe comes with a little layer of ice underneath that. So slippery roads in the valley. Don't let this fool you as you go into central Minnesota. We're talking a half inch to 2 inches in the blue counties here, and then quickly ramping up as we go from, say, maybe up there by Crosby and north of Brainerd as you go off in towards the Mille Lacs area, toward Duluth. 2 to 5 inches, some seeing even more, and that's the forecast. Notice down here, southern Minnesota and the I-94 corridor, for the most part, looks to be pretty travel-worthy indeed. So have that survival kit handy. It's always something fun to let you know, to remind you that that is something. And I do want to remind you that right now on hutchesweather.com, you can meet this week's weather kid, Coda. What a great job you did from Roosevelt Elementary School. I'm really proud of you. It was a pleasure to meet you. And I got to tell you what, I am a huge hockey fan and a huge Bronco fan, and Coda and his family, they have relatives out in Colorado and off on the East Coast. So if you haven't seen Coda yet, give him a pat on the back by heading over to hutchesweather.com, going to the Weather Kid page, watch it there, watch it on my Facebook channel as well, and you can get the latest on that. Now, 7-day planner, what's going on after we get through the hiccups this weekend? We do have some temperatures that'll be on the warming side after we go into the morning hours tomorrow. Light snow in Fargo and 7 points north, but it does look very light for Fargo. And did I say frog or fog? Yeah, ribbit. Riveting. Yeah, fog is what I meant to say, but sometimes my lips get a little tied together. We do have some light snow, mainly northern Minnesota for Saturday, Sunday. Mixed precipitation in the valley, snow mainly in northern and eastern parts of Minnesota. Areas of fog as we go through some warming growing pains here. We're going back to the 20s and 30s as we head into the first work week back here after the new year. 20s and 30s. And check this out. As we go into Thursday and Friday, we have another system that looks to be making its way in. This one could bring some localized areas of heavier snow. Track still a long ways out, though, so I'm not going to get too overly excited about the details on that puppy. So with that, I am going to open the floor for your questions. I think we've done that. Now let's go back to your current conditions that are showing up across the region, radar and roads. And I'm telling you what, there's some icy and foggy looking conditions out there. So this will be important to wrap up this, and then we'll answer your questions. So remember, download the weather, and you can see my latest videos and updates there, as well as road conditions. Snow showers, north central parts of North Dakota showing up now in the Botno Hills, moving out towards, Rock Lake, Towner County up here in Candu, and then on up toward the Devil's Lake Basin. And again, thanks, Jim, for your report that you're not seeing much. This may miss you. And indeed, it may. It may be sliding down here. Remember, there could be some more energy moving up from the south that will increase our chances of overnight snow showers, particularly in northern Minnesota. So that's the way that is looking right now. Temperatures across the region look like this, folks, and we got wide variety out here. The coldest of the cold is on its way. Goodbye. Yeah, we're talking sub-zero air out there, moving out north of Thunder Bay, and we got the single digits all the way up here in Bemidji, 9, Fargo, 10 in Grand Forks, 12 in Minot, 19 in Bismarck. And the real heat is on as we look out into the big sky country of Montana. For my old friends at Billings West High School, 52 for you, 19 in Glasgow. As we look in on Sydney and Glendive, temperatures are in the upper 20s there. That's where the warmth is really moving in, and it's not far from you folks in the Black Hills, mainly on the western slopes of the Black Hills now, Spearfish down to Hot Springs. Maybe some of that warmer air is going to start spilling over those Black Hills sometime soon. Now, that's a look at temperatures. Let's see if we can go up top here and look at some other data. I do want to point out that we do have some areas of fog out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the current conditions on this radar up here. And it'll allow me to plot some fog values and visibility. So give me a moment while my eyeballs wander, if you might. And thank you for those that stick around for this. Now, as we take a look, here's the winter weather reflectivity. Move the radar up here. And now let's see if I can turn on the data overlays for the current conditions. And let's start with a look at visibility. There's been some visibility problems. If you see on the radar out here, mixed precipitation. We're talking about west of, say, Dawson County as we move into areas out here by Jordan, Montana to Circle. And there's some ice showing up on the radar there. It's fairly light and splotchy, but it's that way because we're a long way from radar sites. Billings all the way out to Bismarck leaves a huge gap in radar service out here. So there could be some things going on in areas south of Estevan here that really don't show up too greatly on the radars. Glasgow does have a radar. That's not too far away, though. So here's the visibilities right now. 2 miles as we go into Poplar, Montana, and then near the state line and heading into Williston, it's under 2 miles. Glendive's looking good on visibility. And we do have some areas of a 1/4 mile visibility up here in Scobie. So along the Highway 5 corridor, in northeast Montana, that's what's going on. So now, here is a quick peek at road conditions. Remember, you can get all of these on the website as well. And let's start in Montana because we do have some slippery conditions starting to set up. All the roads here show up as green. What does that mean? Normal or seasonal driving conditions. But with the frost that I've been seeing pictures of, I'll bet you in northeasternmost Montana, we have some pretty slickery roads out there. And in fact, if we take you in just a little bit closer and let's go right up into that Poplar, Montana Highway 2 corridor, we can see some low clouds out there, some almost haziness to the skies over northeast Montana and temperatures in the teens showing up there. Now, when we look down in South Dakota, we do have some areas of slippery roads reported here north of Pierre as we go up towards Mobridge. range, and there was some fog potential there as well. So freezing fog and fog causing icy conditions. I-29 looking pretty good on the east side for now. Up in North Dakota, up north here, we do have a few roads that have some pink, had some pink earlier. I'm not seeing that repeated right now, but all we got to do is take a look at a couple of pictures, and you can see that as we cross the line, the state line there in Beach, we do have some reduced visibility and some slippery road conditions in some areas. Here's a look at Bowman, and as we take a look, we can see the setting sun off in the distance. Look at the conditions there, though. The visibility pretty good. Now, south of Jamestown, as we get into the southeast quadrant of North Dakota, I was seeing a little bit of hazy skies there, but for now, the Verona area is looking pretty good. Now, there is some blue on the road surface, meaning some wet roads out here as we go into Medina's region and the Stutzman County area. Temperatures are below freezing, but we do have wet roads reported there, so take it slow. You could run into some patchy ice. Looking up north where the radar is showing some snow showers out to the east of Rolla and Dunseith, let's take a look at what we got going on. This is West Hope, and as we take a look at that, things aren't looking too bad. The visibility is looking pretty good right now, so that's good. Quick touch on Minnesota, and the roads are fairly good as we go through with a lot of green, which means seasonal road conditions, but a few crashes out there. Hey, good to see you, Sean. Now let's open it to questions. Justin, good to see you. BA, 2 questions. Is that pink over Glencoe on Sunday? What does Monday morning look like? Have a road trip or work trip on Monday? Thanks for your question. Let's drive right into that. And I'm going to take a look at more regional view. And for one that far out, I'm going to go to my favorite model, BA, and that would be the European model that far out. So let's go ahead and quickly answer that question on Monday in southern Minnesota. I know this is hard to see because it's zoomed out quite a bit, but here's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, there it is. Monday, this is Sunday night, a little bit of ice moving through the southern part of the state on the European model. So I-90 in southern Minnesota, right through the I-35 corridor south of the cities, with most of the snow Sunday night moving into places like, say, Duluth and points north as you go up the 35 corridor. So there could be a light glaze, and that hopefully will answer your question there. It doesn't look like a lot. Dan Lowe says, hi, some cold heifers out in the region. Yeah, I guess so. The cows can be a little chilly out there. Watching from Rapid City, Rocky Balboa, the miniature SCH 9403. Nice to have you on board. Thanks for watching. Questions, let me know. Hello from Deer River, East Minnesota. Good to have you on board. You're welcome, BA. Thanks for watching. And again, thanks to all of you. Let's go ahead and thank everybody who sent stars. Thank everybody for your questions. I'm going to take you to the website and show you a couple pictures that were just outstanding this weekend and uploaded by you. And then we'll wrap this up. And I will have an update for you on your Saturday morning forecast. But look at this. Is that a partridge in a pear tree? What in the world is this? Oh, no, that is not. That's pleasant weather brought to us by the weather reporting pheasant. The rooster pheasant in Evergreen Tree, taken with the binoculars in the Devil's Lake Basin. Cameron, thank you so very much for sharing that lovely picture of that pheasant out there, enjoying the scene. Speaking of the scene, does this not look like a winter wonderland out here? This is Spooner, Wisconsin. Thanks, Gary, for uploading Highway A and K. So they have a different labeling system for roads out there using letters A and K. A as in alpha, K as in kappa. All right, there we go. That's definitely a winter wonderland there. Thank you for sharing the Spooner, Wisconsin area. Look at the light pillars. We saw these out driving up north, and it was just absolutely, and a nighttime rainbow reported here, South Moorhead. Thanks so much, Jen. See that little glow in the sky? And the light pillars are evident in this. They're the little spires that are shooting up above the lights in the city. That indicates that we have some lofted up ice crystal plates that are in the atmosphere. And we're getting a little bit of an extension of that light right up into the sky. How far up do the ice crystals go? Right here. That's where everything stops. Why is this here? Was there a big moon out that night, and was that moon way up to the north? Because if that's the case, that would explain this nice arc here, and it could have been the bottom side of a moon halo. So those kind of are really cool. Thank you so much, Jen, for sharing your photos out there. A lot of questions about some of the stuff we saw, but you know what I did? I just really got a giggle out of this one because you can't stop the kids from having fun. And this is the East Silent Lake area. Kristen sharing this. Everybody out having fun. Be safe out there on the area lakes as the ice sets up. I've seen a lot of folks out there doing some ice fishing out on the northern plains here over the last few days as we are setting into more winter. All right, let's see. Thank you very much, everybody. Sean, it's pretty around Bemidji, but it's just been cold. And a couple of you asked for some guitar. I'm not going to hook it all up, but I will say I am going to have a little jam session tonight. So maybe I'll have to just do a little bit of guitar playing. Yeah, I'm going to play some guitar. I hope all of you had a wonderful, safe, and warm New Year's holiday. Thank you for making me a part of your day and letting me be your meteorologist. I take it not lightly. And thank you so much to all of you who have downloaded my brand new weather app. Please pass the word. I showed you earlier in the video. Please rewatch to show you how to share right from the app with friends. Thank you. Play that funky music, says Dan Lowe. All right, we'll go out with a little bit of strumming on the guitar. A little bit hard to hear. Okay, let's go. You have a good night. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to download the app. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be here with updates. Stay warm. Hey, we're going to warm up. That looks good.
This has been a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Wait, you forgot the new app. You're right, I did. Don't forget to download our new app. Oh, now let's rock. Thanks for watching Hutch's